Hello everyone, Rissy Toothpick here, back again with some more Sherlock Holmes, and today we're outside the city hall and we're going to try to find this guy, hopefully. Let's go over here to the archives because that's pretty much where we're going to find the information. So now we got to go with he's an official, we've learned about that. I'm assuming like recently. And about his job. Okay, so here we go. Thomas Norton. Born 1840 in London, graduated from the University of Oxford, started working at a home office as a secretary, took a position in the military in India, honored by the Queen herself, and was appointed as a British envoy in Cordona with his own cabinet in the city hall. So we got that information. So what is he? Is he an envoy or something like that? He's someone special? Yeah, he's in City Hall. So he's somewhere over here somewhere. See if he has like a special room. Thomas Norton, right? He's in here. Let's beat him up.
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs to straighten out some business.
Okay, so let's absorb him. Didn't sleep last night. No time to shave, so he's relatively busy. Well worn, never removed. And we got something over here. Rumpled clothes, stays at work late, or is banging people. One or the other. Ooh, look at that. Red stain. Now, I don't think he's in remorse. Because, I mean, he is remorse. Yeah, let's go with a party goer.
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
On my way here, I was wondering whether you might regret what you did. I tried my best to retain at least a shred of faith in humanity. I had hoped that you would hear her scream, see her face in your dreams, or at least once ask yourself how Naylor might feel.
Who?
Neither of my hopes were fulfilled.
Why are you here?
Okay, let's see. Oh, we can punch him in the face. Yeah, punch him in the face. Beat him up.
You defiled a girl who was with child. Don't even pretend that you regret what took place. Do you wonder why I came here? It is because I am disgusted with people like you, and the only way in my mind to rid the world of your ilk is to see you hanging from the gallows.
All right, all right. Is it about money, as you said in the letter? I have it, all right? There's no need for violence.
I've never written a single word to you. As you can see, I have a more direct approach.
That letter, it wasn't from you. So what do you want?
Answers, to start with.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
Well, let's start with the party.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault?
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
Okay, so maybe punching him was a little bit, you know, a little bit over the line, but he still needed to be punched in the face anyways.
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position, yet here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes, and I'm no exception.
Boniface Mercurio, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio?
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt.
Oh, we can tell him to help the refugees. Or help, you know, really he needs to help all of them, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking we can get him to help the refugees.
Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism.
Okay, so there we go. All refugees are victims of the system. The situation they are in must and can be mended. The envoy wants to hide the proof. The envoy's interest in the photograph is pragmatic. If he obtains it, nothing will threaten his reputation. The envoy wants to secure his reputation. The British envoy violated Naila, the refugee, during the party, where the photograph of the crime to be released. It would ruin his career, or perhaps I could use the leverage to help the refugee camp. You know, I think we need to be like the good boy here. Like, even though he won't get punished for it, he was drugged, apparently. You know, we're not for sure. But he was drugged, so we can probably say, like, you know what? You were kind of forced in this situation too. Why don't you help the people, though? And I think that's what we need to do. Yeah, let's go for that
I
one.
take your point.
Have you thought it all through?
Almost. The refugees, what will happen to them?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here in this fancy office if I didn't know how to pull the right strings. In fact, it's the only thing I know. The local governor will receive a decree signed by the House of Lords containing a request to patriate the refugees in the name of the Crown.
From where did you gain such influence?
I never asked you how you found the photograph. So don't ask the magician how he performs his tricks.
But how can I believe you?
Ugh, I presume you do believe in my selfishness. The initiator of the refugee salvation will be none other than the British envoy, savior and protector of those in need. It's a win situation for me, too. Now, what about the photograph?
You deserve to be punished, but the greater good is what matters here. I won't bargain it for justice for Naylor.
I'm glad that this situation is over.
It will be over when you settle the matter of the refugees.
You have my word, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, so we're back and we got voice of the people. Let's talk to Vogel again.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, well, we'll start from the top, with the one that happened first.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor.
And then we say the thief is dead too.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Huh, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. Warren presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
Unfortunately, I could not locate the missing painting.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, such disappointing news. Not even a shred of information? The slightest lead?
I'm afraid the case has gone cold.
I suppose if you were unable to find it, no one else could. What a pity. Oh, but I can tell. You learned something else, didn't you? What happened to your crusade of truth? Was it not that important, after all?
No truth will satisfy you, Mr. Vogel.
It was not an attack, Mr. Holmes. If you've chosen not to tell me, I respect your intention. But it is just rather boring, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
Alright, let's try to figure out what it was.
And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust you'll know.
Yeah, well, let's just leave. He ain't gonna tell us anything important anyways.
Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
Oh, but we got $80. We really needed that because we were broke. I had like 3 pounds to my name. Alright, so let's go back to our manor. Wherever it is. Oh, there's a police officer here.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Correct. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Estevao, happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He's on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
Okay, let's figure out what's going on.
You have my attention, Mr. Estevo.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort. Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower. You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity. Do not attempt to arrest him. We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There is a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point. Please report to me when you are done. I'll be waiting for you here, and remember, discretion is of the essence.
Okay, so now we have the Love, Death, and Cordona. Alright, so let's look here. Well, before we do Love, Death, and Cordona, we can do a package from Vogel. So let's kind of figure out what that's all about. Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's a siren?
It's a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Alrighty, I like how we have our beard and it's still like chilling with it. Okay, so now we can do fractured memory. I caught a glimpse of another memory. I remember examining bones large and pale and remember the reflection of the magnifying glass and my mother's voice. There was a room full of artifacts and curiosities. It must be somewhere on the manor ground floor near a rather memorable painting. Alright, let's go inside. Make sure it's the one that we have connected. Oh, okay, we got something right here.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall.
Oh, what was in the main hall?
It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible, it must have been something else. Oh, of course, that mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
Probably the brother? No, there's
It was my
mom.
mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us.
I wonder why he doesn't want us to, like,
The
know.
workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Okay, so we got another update, or achievement, and we are now able to come in here.
Ah yes, my mother's studio. She was an authenticator and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
This is actually a nice room. This is like the best room in the whole building.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
Damn, ruined his own brown bear.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
Alright, we're done with that one. Nothing there. Got a few things here, though.
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter One, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down.
A chalice. Is there anything special about the chalice?
Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him.
Man, the hunted has become the hunter. Okay.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
It's kind of funny. Hey, but we finally found something interesting here.
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Dear Mr. Holmes, please accept my dearest gratitude for your recent help with that personal matter. I shudder to think what may have happened were it not for your keen eye and sharp mind. Rest assured, should our paths cross once again, you will be greeted by a grateful friend, His Honor Judge McDougall. Okay. Reliable and driven.
Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting. Officer Luciano J. Placido,
Okay, what else are we missing here?
Carefully opened. Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April, 1869.
Mr. Mycroft Holmes, the Cordona City Hall writes to inform you that the trial of Dr. Otto Richter and the death of Miss Violet Holmes has been assigned to His Honor Judge McDougall. Your application for a closed hearing has been granted. You are hereby informed that the prosecution has called you as a primary witness in the trial of Dr. Richter. You must present yourself at the Criminal Court of Cordona on the dates listed over leaf. Okay. Missing one more thing here.
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
Okay, so we gotta find the key or something.
Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons. 1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire.
Oh, a woman.
This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake.
Interesting. Okay, nothing else there. Ooh, it's been broken.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man.
Oh, they couldn't even get the gender right.
And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
And check this out.
The full plate armor of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Armor is armor, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
No, we need the gun. And let's check the box. Might be able to find the key. A torn diploma found in the cabinet of curiosities. Someone deliberately ripped it into several pieces. Reassembled and translated, the diploma reads, on behalf of the board of the University of Geneva, Switzerland, we rectors of the university, noting that Mr. Otto Richter has undergone the test required by the law and regulations, confer on him the degree of Doctor of Medicine with the rights and prerogatives so attached.
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that. The Tulpa, Studies in Tibetan Mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Interesting. See anything else in here? Otto Richter's personal notes. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. I will attempt to repeatedly immerse her in the traumatic situation that precipitated her mental illness. It is my belief that reliving that moment may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and effectively cure itself. I'm confident in my hypothesis and merely need to prove it. In addition, it's fortuitous to be around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps I'll be able to also examine the heredity of psychological traits, be they competencies or disorders. It is already apparent that all family members share an uncommonly high intelligence. It appears that the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy, Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination due to the protectiveness of the elder son, it seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. He didn't say anything there. My dear brother, I heard you recently arrived on Cordona. Have you come to see me? I do miss our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions. Cordona is home to a stunning new art gallery, which I visit every Thursday. Meet me there. Oh, and do not seek Claus. I left that name behind.
I'm starting to remember something.
Okay. What are we missing? Oh, what's that right there? It's like glowing. Okay, yeah, we gotta find out how to get in there. Is there anything that would help us unlock that lock? Okay, so we have a whole bunch here. Okay, so first things first is we want to do this one. John asked if we can unlock the Mycroft drawer in the cabinet of Curiosities. How do we do that, I wonder?
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
Okay, here we go.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Alright, so we're gonna find out where he hides the key. Oh, there's something. Yeah, let's keep on following.
He opened the door to the postman, and they exchanged documents. If it was a real postman, of course.
Okay, so he's done there. Looks like he went all the way upstairs. He did a little turning.
The painting on the wall was slightly at tilt. He stopped and straightened it.
Typical. Yeah, we can't handle that. We gotta straighten paintings. I even do that. It like bothers me. So he hid it over here.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Maybe.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if... A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it?
There's the key.
I think this is what we're looking for.
Damn, there's a whole fire. You know that key's like hot because it's metal. Probably like burned his hand. He's over there. Oh, let me just pick it up. Let's go unlock it though.
We made it. So what's there?
Okay, we got a bottle.
Gifted by Queen Victoria herself. Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favorite.
A bottle of fine single malt whiskey, Mycroft's favorite drink. We found it locked in the drawer of the desk in the curiosity cabinet, among a pile of important documents. Remarkably, it seems that the whiskey was a gift of Her Majesty Queen Victoria herself. Or what it says.
Otto Richter. This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Otto Richter is 45 years old, born to a respected family in Bern, Switzerland, unmarried, no heirs. Medical practitioner, graduated from the University of Geneva, Switzerland. Graduation was postponed a year due to a minor scandal on one of his placements. Parents died of cholera in 1863. Only remaining family is a half-brother, Klaus, age 35. Present whereabouts of Klaus Richter unknown, last seen on Cordona. We already got that like letter from him.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
There we go. Nothing really important. Makes sense though, because it's kind of like a side mission. Okay, let's figure out what the accident was. And it looks like we might have some more here. Suspicious psychiatrist. Mycroft did not like the methods of Dr. Otto Richter and did not trust him. Yeah, that should be good. Let's figure out what the problem was in here.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
Oh, what did you find then? Yeah, we already figured that out. Is there anything else here we might be able to use?
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue.
Okay.
Books and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Oh, his brother might have found out what was going on. Or at least maybe we found out what was going on and we like went after the mom or told the mom. It's the other one? It was definitely like that because they were on the ladder. Heard something? No. Heard something. Yeah, that makes sense.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
No, damn. Oh, you know what? I bet you they got in an argument and the two boys wanted to help.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Damn. Well then, hold on then. Is it the night? I don't know why this would work.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so we did both of those, so that means this is wrong. It has to be that one.
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
So there was a quarrel between them.
It all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on April 9th. Sherry decided to play with artifacts in the cabinet of curiosities, and of course, I went with him. As a result, we became unintentional witnesses to an argument between Mycroft and Otto Richter. Sherlock's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother, and that it had backfired. He called Otto a charlatan. Oh, it sounds
I
like...
heard a noise in the hall. Let's check it out.
Yeah, sounds like someone's in our house now. Guy with white hair. Or is just the light?
I think we deserve a... Sherry, look! We've got a parcel here.
Damn.
Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
Thought it was someone else, but it's our imaginary friend. Dear Mr. Holmes, I'm waiting for you at Kurt Mencio's mansion on Turquoise Lane across from Cordona Abbey in northern Grand Surrey. Come at once if inconvenient, come anyway. Always your friend VV. P.S. I sent you the appropriate outfit for the place to avoid any unnecessary complication. I hope it fits.
An invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Yeah, it's a little weird. What was the... Is it that one? I don't know what the mask was, but it kind of looks like it. I don't think I bought that. This is very strange. Yeah, let's get rid of this memory. And imitation. Okay, so it's in Northern Grand Array. Northern Grand Array. Yeah, I think it's somewhere right around here. Right, if I'm correct here, across from Cordona Abbey. So it's gonna be like somewhere right there. Let me do that. Let's see if we can find this mansion. This looks like a mansion. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we can get in there. Let's go up here. Maybe it's upstairs somewhere.
That was the third in a row, and all are in ground.
What do the incidents in Grand Ray have in common? Okay, so just wealthy house out of all of those. Okay. Oh, I'm guessing this is the building here.
That was the third in a...
Let's do this again. Never mind. They were freaked out by my mask.
That was the...
Okay, not witchcraft. Burglary. Nope. Wealthy houses. 3 houses were robbed in Grand Saray during magic shows. The police are looking into it, but apparently without any progress. Interesting, we got another case.
Welcome to the Manchus Mansion.
Alright, so we found out where we needed to go. This looks very, bad. Does not look good.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Alright, so he wants us to, what, eavesdrop on him? Yeah, okay, but we're going to stop here today because it's already 40 minutes in. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the links below. In the next one, we will do this weird mission. And hopefully we can figure out some more stuff about our mother.